Welcome, everyone, to the Personal Brand Accelerator program. We're going to talk about really the who, what, when, where, how of personal branding. Personal branding, in many ways, is an ongoing process, right? Because you are practicing, you're developing, you're manifesting yourself over time as you grow and develop as a person within your career. Today, we're transitioning from the personal branding fundamentals to now building your personal branding foundation, right? You can't position yourself for opportunity unless you understand your motivations and what is your capacity. Now, at the very beginning, you should always be experimenting with your brand and engaging with the world to try to find out, okay, what experiments do you need to run to see where you need to be. There are a million different ways to make money with your personal brand, but you either got to do what is your biggest strength right now, right? Or you do where the most resources are available. A lot of people, when they're trying to monetize their personal brand, they focus on bucket 4 and 5, right? Where they're working with people to get speaking engagements, contracts. You're doing a lot of external activities to get that clout from the community to pay you for certain works. A lot of times people confuse marketing and sales to be the same thing, right? This is the reason why a lot of people, they have a personal brand. Let's say they got as far as they create a free or paid product like a course or a retreat or a session, and they're putting it out there. They're quote unquote marketing it. They're promoting it. They're blasting it, but they're not monetizing. They're not making money. And part of the reason why is because they did not combine their marketing strategy with their sales strategy. But I could give you all the systems all day long, but it's up to you to turn it into a routine. And that does require checklists. It does require you really having the discipline to execute on that routine. So much has happened over the past couple of weeks. You have learned so much from start to finish. The best way I could end this is by saying that, look, like a lot of people wait their entire life to try to figure this out. You have the unique opportunity where you have this content for life, right? You have this journey for life where you are now given a blueprint to constantly keep upping your brand, keep accelerating your career, keep creating value, and also creating multiple streams of income for yourself, in addition to any of the fundamental work that you do. All right, hi everyone. So you just got pretty much a clip into the Personal Brand Accelerator program and just what your experience will be, my openness, and just like what the knowledge and expertise you'll be getting from me over the next couple of weeks if you are able to join me for the Personal Brand Accelerator program. Today's session is meant to be an information session to give you a little bit of a window into not only this opportunity to join me for several weeks to help you not only build, manage, and scale and monetize your personal brand, but really completely change how you plan out your career journey and how you shift your mindset around creating opportunities for yourself in meaningful ways beyond this year. And so I'm really excited to be on this call with all of you because I get a lot of questions about the Personal Brand Accelerator program. I'll share with you the core program and what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks. And then I'll also be able to share with you some of the updates to this edition because last year when I piloted it, it was really, really amazing to really showcase so much knowledge and expertise. And this year, we're shifting the program to be more execution style to make sure that every session you have with me is very productive and very fruitful and moving the needle and progressing your efforts and your goals. People take it more than therapy. People take it as more so like, this is a phenomenal way to really move the needle forward in our goals and aspirations. So with that said, I want to walk you through pretty much a little bit about the program just from a fundamental level. So I'm going to share a screen here in a second so you could be able to see that, okay? And so again, welcome to the Personal Brand Accelerator program. My name is Christine and Tim. I'm a serial entrepreneur, tech ecosystem builder, and I've also launched several ventures from around the world. But one of the things I always talk about, in addition to being a serial entrepreneur, is really personal branding, public speaking, things that really gets visibility around you as an individual, so that way you could accelerate your work forward in any capacity that you show up as, whether it's be in the corporate space, the entrepreneurial space. I'm here to make sure that your legacy is built from the ground up and for everyone to see. So it has been a crazy journey thus far. I've worked with so many different entities and influencers along the way. So I'm really happy to come back again for the live personal brand accelerator program once again. Now, this program is not just a recorded course. I always host my signature programs live. That way I could customize, that way I could have, tangible conversations. And also because I love really seeing the unique nuances of individuals in the program and seeing how I could best solve not only their challenges, but inspire them to think even bigger than what their current standpoint is in terms of the aspirations they want to accomplish within the next year, within the next 5 years, and beyond. So this program is really created to help you create a personal brand that not only accelerates your career goals, but your financial goals as well. Because I'm going to help you monetize your expertise, monetize your brand, monetize your content leadership, and help you really position yourself as an authority in your industry. We all know that the market is so saturated with so many players. How do you make yourself stand out? I will share with you from my experience how I've done it, and finally show you all the different ways you can monetize your expertise and your personal brand in the long run with immediate results. So some people seeing it within 30 days or less. Okay. Now, with that said, the program is divided into 10 sessions, and these 10 sessions are meant to it's not theory, okay? None of my sessions are theory. I'm a very practical person. Each conversation is meant to really challenge you in your ability to really get you more structured in your way of thinking and in your way of execution. A lot of times when people think about personal branding, they get a little bit overwhelmed because they don't know where to start. Should they start a website? Should they do social media content strategy? Should they start selling digital products? I help narrow it all down and say, okay, here's a spreadsheet that I have to manage my personal brand. And these are all the things that I learned along the way in my 15-year tenure within my career. And if I were to show you exactly what I needed to learn to get my personal brand on track, these are the 10 things I want to have a conversation about. The first 4 sessions is really all around finding your zone of genius. What is it about you that is unique? And what signature moments in your career can we extract to be the calling card for you to create an audience that wants to work with you and eventually that you want to monetize? Once we do that, then we can leverage that expertise to monetize, to create a product suite. And I will help you launch this product suite to market with a live event. People know me as the event queen. I not only have spoken at over 300 conferences to date, but I've also hosted hundreds of events as an event organizer on the back end of my company, Global Startup Ecosystem. So I can help you and will help you launch a live event to launch digital products around your expertise. And it's a really fun activity. And it's really the culminating point of the program. Then I take it a step further because I'm helping you to turn your personal brand into a business. So I share with you a simple 15-minute strategy for a marketing plan to really get your work, the name and the word about what you do out there, a sales plan so you can see, okay, how should I price a digital course? How should I price a coaching session? A real sales plan and an operating plan. This is really project management. I'm going to share with you how I actually manage my brand on a day-to-day and how I keep it simple. Keep in mind, I'm also a mother of 4. I run multiple businesses. I travel a lot. So I keep it very simple to make my personal brand and how I manage it organic so that way I'm not overstimulated, overwhelmed. I keep it very simple. And I always tell people simplicity is what scales. When you make things too complicated, it really hinders your growth and your ability to be creative and grow your personal brand. I'm a very, very creative person and I need that creative process at all times. So I share with you how to simplify the operations because I'm extremely productive as well and make things easier for you to grow and accelerate your brand. And probably the biggest one is R&D. People always say, Christine, you are always in so many different categories of recognition, opportunities. Like, how do you find these opportunities? Do they come to you? Of course, there's a lot of inbound opportunities that come my way via email, DM, messages, and I'm internally grateful for that. I am so grateful for all the different resources and opportunities that come my way organically with me not even batting an eye. But I'm also very proactive and I'm aggressive. So I have an entire R&D department for my personal brand, researching podcast opportunities, speaking opportunities, products I should be launching, brands I should be working with, celebrities I should be working with. Literally, I have an R&D department for my personal brand. How many of you have an R&D department for your personal brand? I will share with you how to do a really systemized structure to research opportunities for yourself, because I look at life like life is a life to be fulfilled. And there's so many unique things that you could be doing in your life. You could launch a book, you could launch a speaking career, you could launch a business, you could partner with, a brand and do a world tour. There's so many things that you have cooking in the pipeline that you want to do. And I help you manage looking for the opportunities to make that happen, whether it's resources, funding, invitations, partnerships. I'm so good at doing this. And it's something that I am excited to share with you, my secrets and my strategies of creating R&D development for my personal brand so I can manifest all the aspirations I have for my career and in my life, right? And so that's how I define the 10 sessions for the program. Obviously, this is really, really intense in the sense that I keep it very simple for you to learn all these things, right? And so with that said, I do want to stop sharing a bit. It's perfect timing because it's actually acting up. Let me stop sharing here and share with you some updates to this year's edition of the program of all the nuances I'm going to be providing for this year's cohort to make it crazy effective for you this year. And just bring that back. So I already shared with you the blueprint of the 10 sessions I will have with you workshopping live virtually on session. Obviously, I have checklists for you, workbooks, but all this, the dashboard recordings is great. But me, I'm a doer. So it's beyond all of this. What I want to show you that's going to be very unique for this year's edition is these updated additions to the program. One, each session is going to be hands-on. So we're going to be working on Google Docs and spreadsheets. I told you I have spreadsheets to manage my brand. We're going to make a unique one for you, for your personal brands, and I'll help you find speaking engagements, find podcast opportunities, launch products, show you how to actually workshop through each one of these activities. So that way, every time you come online live with me, you don't have to wait till after the session to do the work. We're going to do it together. Okay, that's one. Second, for those of you who pay in full, I want to be with you for the rest of the year. So even though the program is going to run for 5 weeks during the month of September, where I'm going to come with you live every single week, twice during the week, I'm going to do check-ins and mastermind sessions to coach you through to make sure that you are ending the year in your best light. So I'm going to follow up with you again in October, follow up again in November, and follow up again in December. And I will even have consulting sessions with you for paid in full members to make sure that you also have a customized experience throughout the program. So that way you end 2024 in a way that really makes it truly memorable and remarkable. And at the end of the program, my goal is to make sure that you walk away not only with all the tools and resources you need to build your brand in terms of building an audience, find that audience, build an email newsletter list so that way you can manage that audience and start monetizing that audience immediately, but also an entire simple system to make managing your personal brand easy. Wouldn't that be nice? Some of you are already overwhelmed with managing your content strategy for social media. You don't know who to be emailing for speaking engagements. You don't know when should I launch a podcast? Should I launch a YouTube channel? Should I do this? I will walk you through a step-by-step strategy to manage your personal brand so you can know what you should be prioritizing this month and what you should wait to build on next year, the following year. It is like your roadmap for your entire career. I say this personal brand accelerator program will help you organize opportunity within your career. keep it very, very, very simple and very, very structured. I'm a very structured person, but I'm also a very creative person, because by having that level of simplicity to systemize how you manage and scale your brand to make it effective, purposeful, and to make it profitable, you are able to now open your eyes to creative opportunities that you could bring into your career and into your life as you work on, let's say, building a family, trying new ventures, traveling. I have done this time and time again. The evidence is in my career. You could see videos, testimonials, experiences. I don't come on these programs with bells and whistles, with crazy flyers to say, oh, you get all these checklists and spreadsheets. I don't do that. I share with you sincerely what I will share with you from my personalized experience of managing my personal brand. I pull the curtain back and I show you my dashboards. I show you my email newsletters. I show you, what failed, what didn't work. I share with you, like, hey, based on your profile, this is something that will work with you. Even though it worked for me, it might not work for you. I share all these little tidbits so that way you are able to walk away with three things. One, again, all the resources you need to build, scale, and monetize your personal brand so you can start generating revenues through courses, conferences, coaching opportunities, and the like with your personal brand. Second, a structured strategy and system to manage your personal brand on a daily, weekly, monthly, and annual basis. So that way you don't have to feel overwhelmed with what you should be posting on social media, what you should be launching. We'll have a structured roadmap on how to do that. And I will share with you the highs and lows of my journey of doing that as well. And last but not least, I will give you a blueprint on how to really manage and really look at long-term what you should be doing with your personal brand 5, 10, even 20 years out. So you are building the foundation today for what you want to be tomorrow. Those are the three takeaways that many people come out feeling relieved, invigorated, inspired about all the different things they could do in their career with their expertise, with the know-how that they have right now. It's not something you have to go out there and learn how to do. It's like with what you have in your head and in your experience right now, I help you how to cultivate that and bring that to market organically, right? So the last thing I will share with you that the sessions are live twice a week. Tuesday evenings, right, from 7:30 to 8:30, and Saturday mornings from 11 to 12:30. So that way you have time to be able to go about your day-to-day and be able to have these sessions. And in addition to this, we do also have optional implementation sessions and, of course, consulting sessions for paid and full members. We start this work by just asking you, after you come on, we'll onboard you and answer a brief 15-minute questionnaire so that way I can be able to customize the experience for you. And then we go to work and have a full action plan to get you to market with your personal brand as quickly as possible. And that's it. So the next step after this is really onboarding you, getting you ready, and getting you excited to join the Personal Brand Accelerator program. So with that said, if you have any questions, I would love to answer them on the DM right now. Just share them with me right now on the schedule. And the last thing I will do before I let you guys go is I want to share with you where you could go and sign up to join me for the next couple weeks. So you could be a part of this cohort. Like I said, I only do this once a year. So the next one will be next year. So if you're not available for this one, then 2025 is your next bet. But if you're ready to make 2024, we still got 4 more months left to make 2024 a special year for you. This is the time to join in. Okay, so this is where you would go, ChristinaTim.com/personal brand course. And obviously I share all the different things that you get within the Personal Brand Accelerator program, where I share with you how to turn your reputation into reliable revenue today. I share with you all the different programs, and I reiterate that again, this is a live virtual program. It's coaching. So I'm coaching you through this for the next 4 to 5 weeks. All right. So I make sure that I re-emphasize that because it's not a recording. So I come on live with you twice a week. And it's down to earth advice. Many of you guys know me. If you've seen all my content, all my leadership thought pieces, I am very raw, very honest and very to the point. Maybe that's the New York and Caribbean side of me. But I do this really, it's raw, unedited training, no filter. I tell you all the things you need to know, my regrets, my highs, my lows, everything, to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes, right? And the time sensitivity of this is that there is no better time like the present to launch your personal brand, because we are living in a very, very dangerous economy that's only going to get worse. Many of you are aware that if you have all your eggs in one basket, many of you are working one job, many of you have one major business that you're running as entrepreneurs. I would tell you, as someone who has went on sabbatical, went on maternity leave several times in my career, being able to have a business, but also my personal brand, it helps when one thing is not going well. My personal brand has been very, very consistent because my know-how, my expertise doesn't go away. But businesses ebbs and flows, right? Your career, whatever's happening at your jobs, goes ups and down, but your expertise is sticks with you, right? And so, like I said, there's no better time than to really create an insurance plan for your career, for your life, by really trying to monetize and figure out how to really build out an entire blueprint with your personal brand. You can never make a wrong investment on yourself and on your personal brand. Like, literally, if there's any investment you can make, it's on your personal brand, because that is your reputational score in society. You can never go wrong on building and managing that properly, right? And so this program is meant to coach you through doing that systematically and organically in a way that not only makes you feel proud, productive, profitable, but more importantly, sustainable, because the economy that we're heading into is not going to be a joke. So obviously, in this program, on this page, I share with you all the different modules, what you're going to be teaching, and then some. And of course, I introduce myself. My name is Christina Tim, and I share with you a little bit about me, how I've been featured in media outlets in the work that I do. And there's a brief video on me and what I do there as well. And of course, the options to pay in full, payment plans. Obviously, if you do a payment plan, you don't get all the bonuses, which is the one-on-one consulting sessions. But for the paid in full members, if you book now, obviously you not only immediately get one-on-one coaching sessions with me, but you get all the different perks of being able to have access to the live coaching program, implementation workshops, resources, recordings, and most importantly, the follow-up. And this is probably the biggest one, because a lot of you probably invested in programs before. And I know the internet is getting us frustrated right now, but I do things differently. If you pay in full, not only do you do the program with me, but you're going to put me to the test. Because after you complete the program, I'm going to follow up with you and do live sessions once a month with you, October, November, December. So 3 months after the program is done, I'm going to follow up. So if I didn't do a good job in the 4 weeks, you could tell it to my face, and we will be able to make sure it works out by the end of the year. So this is how confident I am in the programs that I run, that a lot of the programs I run, my signature programs, I only have 2 per year. I always have follow-up sessions for all paid in full members to make sure that you are executing on the dreams and aspirations you want to manifest through the program, and make sure that I'm there along the way to the end of the year to make sure to make it happen. So that is all, right? So of course, there's questions for you to ask. If you have them there, feel free to DM me. But it's really simple for you to start and be able to go live and join this opportunity. So if you have any questions, feel free to send them on the chat now. Obviously, even after this live, I'll go back to see if there's any questions that you have. But like I said, I'm excited to do this because I have been running multiple businesses over the past couple of years as a serial entrepreneur, and I will say I've done really well in the entrepreneurial and tech space. You guys have seen me on video. You have seen me on speaking engagements. You have seen me around the world really grow and manifest my career as a tech entrepreneur, and I love it. But I always tell people, me taking a bet on myself and learning how to really push my brand in a way that makes me proud, build on it, build an audience, nurture and cultivate that audience from scratch, and really grow that audience, monetize that audience, serve that audience, and do right by that audience has been truly a blessing. And I look at it now, I'm just like, I can't believe that for a lot of people who ask me questions all the time, Christine, how do you do it? I am now sharing with people how to do it, right? So now, instead of just seeing it on screen, now I pull back the curtain and share with you all the different spreadsheets, all the different documents. Literally, people sometimes when they come on my personal brand accelerator program, they are amazed at how simple I make it. And like I said, this year's edition, we're doing the work together, right? We're going to go on the documents and we're going to workshop through each one of these 10 sessions live with me. So I'm excited to do this. I'm excited to be a part of this journey with you. And I pray that for any of you who are listening to this call, whether you end up working with me or not, that you heed my message in not only taking a bet on yourself and really protecting your personal brand, because your reputation is all you got. We are in a year of enlightenment right now. This is the year of separation, where people are separating themselves from people that they don't want to be around, that are representatives of just negativity, that are not doing the work, they're not doing the Lord's doing. People are separating themselves from anything that's negative energy, and they're stepping into communities, networks, tribes, supportive ecosystems that are moving forward. So when you think about the communities that you want to be a part of, you are also going to be creating communities for other people to be stepping into. Your reputation is going to be anything that you have done since day one and how you cultivate and serve others. Do not play games with that reputation. We are in a unique time that you could obviously monetize that reputation, but at the very least, show up to serve, show up to honor that reputation, that experience that you've cultivated in your career, and take the bet on yourself to make sure that you build it, you grow it. And I pray that you find every level of fulfillment that you are looking for with your personal brand and the audiences that you want to serve. So whether you work with me or not, I want to wish you all the best in your journey of building your personal brand and building it for the world to see. And I hope to be a part of that journey with you and to serve you during this program. So thank you so much for being a part of this information session. I look forward to welcoming many of you onto the Personal Brand Accelerator program. And my team will be looking at the DMs, on the comments, to be able to answer any questions that people have. And of course, over and out, thank you so much. And it's been an honor and a pleasure. Please join me on this program. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye. Welcome everyone to the Personal Brand Accelerator program. We're going to talk about Welcome everyone to the Personal Brand Accelerator program. We're going to talk about really the who, what, when, where, how of personal branding. Personal branding in many ways is an ongoing process, right? Because you are practicing, you're developing, you're manifesting yourself over time as you grow and develop as a person within your career. Today, we're transitioning from the personal branding fundamentals to now building your personal branding foundation, right? You can't position yourself for opportunity unless you understand your motivations and what is your capacity. Now, at the very beginning, you should always be experimenting with your brand and engaging with the world, just trying to find out, okay, what experiments do you need to run to see where you need to be? There are a million different ways to make money with your personal brand, but you either got to do what is your biggest strength right now, right? Or you do where the most resources are available. A lot of people, when they're trying to monetize their personal brand, they focus on bucket 4 and 5. Right? Where they're working with people to get speaking engagements, contracts. You're doing a lot of external activities to get that clout from the community to pay you for certain works. A lot of times people confuse marketing and sales to be the same thing, right? This is the reason why a lot of people, they have a personal brand. Let's say they got as far as they create a free or paid product like a course or a retreat or a session, and they're putting it out there. They're quote unquote marketing it. They're promoting it. They're blasting it, but they're not monetizing. They're not making money. And part of the reason why is because they did not combine their marketing strategy with their sales strategy. But I could give you all the systems all day long, but it's up to you to turn it into a routine. And that does require checklists. It does require you really having the discipline to execute on that routine. So much has happened over the past couple of weeks. You have learned so much from start to finish. The best way I could end this is by saying that, look, like a lot of people wait their entire life to try to figure this out. You have the unique opportunity where you have this content for life, right? You have this journey for life. where you are now given a blueprint to constantly keep upping your brand, keep accelerating your career, keep creating value, and also creating multiple streams of income for yourself in addition to any of the fundamental work that you do.